I wanted to really make an impact as a Hot Wheels legend in my home state of Indiana. And I was confused in Indianapolis because I'm standing there with what was obviously the most creative, authentic, garage-spirited project on the property, no doubt. And then I was more confused than anything. There was a car there that was a friend of mine, and it was Dustin Cooper's his name, and it was just the nicest T-Bucket on the planet with a very good story. His dad built it way back in the day, so when I showed up, I already thought, man, I'm going to get beat up by Dustin Cooper today, but that didn't happen. We got beat by a guy we weren't not even on the radar, which is what's always happened to me there. And I went home that day just kind of giggling in confusion almost. And when I went home, Ruthie come out, I'm crying, and she asked me, what would make you feel better right now? And I said, if I went out there and I pulled that school bus out of the bottom of that scrap pile that I did not know if it would even drive to town. I had no clue. It had been rusted up. It had been cut up real bad. And I told her in the next 21 days, I'm going to build that bus. I'm going to paint freak flake on that car because I ran out of time and didn't get to flake the car. I was like, I'm going to freak flake that car. I'm going to load it up on this scrap pile spaceship, what I named that bus, and I'm going to go to Houston, Texas, and I'm going to prove them that they were wrong.
So I want to stop you right there for a second, because one of the things that when you were in Indy, that when they were giving out the results of the win and who is going to be that Hot Wheels for that show, you did something really special that day that I don't know that I've ever witnessed something like that was so special. But your kids looked up at you and they said, Daddy, did you win? And you knelt down and you pulled your kids in and you said, you know what, kids? You don't always win, but you know what? It doesn't matter because I made this for you.
You know, my kids, it's going to sound pompous no matter how you say it, but they've never watched me lose in person before. I don't put in the effort that I do to be second best at anything. If I'm going to take the time to do it, I want to shine as the guy to beat. And my kids know me as that only. They have met me as the upholsterer to the stars. They met me as now, 5 and 7 years old, their dad's a Hall of Famer, and there's a part of that scares me that, that they're going to be scared to go for things because they're really big. But I always like taking the chance when we get bad to explain to them the beauty in the bad, because nothing has ever came from a good situation with me. I have had to be knocked out to stand back up and show what I'm really made of. And I'm not an undefeated fighter, never will be, but I can take a hit now because I've taken so many. And I liked that I could go down there and tell my daughter, I don't care about this win. I built a toy for you guys to play with, and we don't have to give it to them.
You guys went home and went camping in the yard.
It
was pretty cool.
Yeah, that night. I thought the only way that I'm going to shake this off is to use it for what I truly built it for, which was for my kids to play with. And I knew that if they played with it and enjoyed it, a win wasn't going to matter.